Hi, Namaste. My name is Henry Jolicoeur. I'm a French-Canadian psychotherapist, and my special field of interest is brainwashing and mind control by cults. In the last few years, I have made several videos to expose the terrible abuse of SOGYAL Rinpoche. Now that the Dalai Lama has said that he is a disgrace, he has disappeared in the so-called retreat. But today I would like to give some comments on a video that has appeared on YouTube. At the end of his recent teaching in Narak, the Rinpoche International Retreat Center in France, KHENPO NAMDROL strongly admonished the 8 students who wrote a letter alleging abuse by SOGYAL Rinpoche. Among other things, he said that they were taken over by non-human entities, demonic forces. I think this is absolutely scandalous to say those things about very sincere student who wanted to stop the pain and the abuse that the followers of SOGYAL Rinpoche were experiencing. His Holiness the Dalai Lama said very clearly and very strongly that if a spiritual leader is doing unethical things to his disciple, like requesting sex, like beating his disciple, it is absolutely important that this teacher should be denounced in the radio, in the newspaper, on television, in letters. These 8 students were not under demonic influence. These 8 students did exactly what they had to do. They followed their heart, and because of them, the Dalai Lama finally said, he's a disgrace, and basically excommunicated SOGYAL from the Buddhist Sangha internationally. But there's followers that feel absolutely trapped in their vows of SAMAYA. They think it doesn't matter. It was crazy wisdom. Whatever he has done, requesting sex from female followers, beating up disciple, I have to keep my vows of SAMAYA. And I'm making this video to tell you this is not true. You don't have to keep your vows if the master is a rascal, a liar, a deceiver. The blind leading the blind will take you to the ditch, not to liberation from the cycle of birth and death. But today I read something even more serious from ORGYEN TOBGYAL Rinpoche. he expresses concern for SOGYAL Rinpoche's health and warned the Rinpoche Sangha about the harmful effect of breaking Samaya. In his message of the 28th of September, he said, "I am presently in Asia with SOGYAL Rinpoche to support him. The situation with his health is very serious. He has been diagnosed with cancer and had an operation to remove the tumors. Now his doctors are advising a course of chemotherapy as a follow-up." What I want to say to all Rinpoche students is this: please do not break anymore your samayas. If a student breaks his or her samaya, it has a very harmful effect on the master's life. I urge all of you, therefore, to practice the Narak, Shak, and Heart of Vrajasattva confession prayers as much as possible. I'm very concerned for SOGYAL Rinpoche's health and future. I hope you will all listen to what I say. So, again, here we have a so-called Rinpoche saying that the cancer might be caused by people who are not keeping the so-called Samaya vows. They're breaking their vows and therefore tumors are appearing in the stomach of SOGYAL Rinpoche. This is completely stupid. I'm going to give you another reason. SOGYAL Rinpoche is a big meat eater. Red meat. When he was at the house of one of my friend, who is now an ex-friend, he would eat red meat every day, twice a day. He would send disciples in England to look for the best choice piece of red meat they could find. Did you see his stomach over the years? This was a very obese person eating very wrongly, plus drinking alcohol. He did it to himself. It has nothing to do with Samaya. If you research the medical literature, you'll find that vegans have 25 to 50% less cancer, collateral cancer, than people who eat red meat. This is a ploy to keep the poor disciple hooked in the cult. There's a lot of money and properties involved. All this has to be maintained, and it won't be maintained if there's no more followers. So he is scaring people. Hey, demonic forces, hey, you double-cross me, I might die. He has said before that if you would break the vows of Samaya, you would go in some hell realm, or things would happen to you that are terrible, or your family. This is all very well documented. But now he cannot say to anyone this and that, so he's saying, hey, I have cancer. And it's because you are breaking your Samaya vows. If there's anybody that is surrounded by demonic forces, invisible forces, it is the SOGYAL, and now is helpers that are helping him to scare the devotees. If there's any demonic invisible forces at work, it is not in the people breaking their samayas. They are inside the heart of SOGYAL Rinpoche. And in his letter, he says, I have cancer. And at the end he says, I'm taking refuge in the Buddha, I'm taking refuge in the Sangha. But where was he taking refuge when he was beating up people? What was he doing to the Sangha when he was asking all these female followers to pleasure him sexually? What was he doing with the Sangha? There's no apologies, there's no excuse. It's just over and over. It's your fault. You're breaking the Samayas. So I'm making these videos for maybe some of the disciple will wake up and break the spell. You have nothing to fear. Move on. Go practice Buddhism somewhere else. You don't owe anything to this man. He's been a traitor to your heart. Get free of any fears that him and his little soldiers, Rinpoche, are trying to throw on you. Thank you very much.